red Solo cup. I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
Hey guys. Happy New Year. As of right now, the New Year is 6 hours away. And just so you know, depending on if it works or not, I'll probably mingle in a little of the other camera. I had a, well, actually this tripod is a complete piece of shit and it needs to be replaced, but I had one that was even worse but still somewhat worked, and I could not find it, so the camera is actually sitting over on the on a shelf. But one of my friends was wondering what the file size was like, with how that would work with Windows Movie Maker. And since honestly I can't stand Windows Movie Maker, I don't know. And one of the biggest pet peeves is when you import stuff into Movie Maker, you pretty much have to now sit and wait for the file to cache. I use AVS Video Pro or Video Editor, and you can immediately have access to those files. So, but one thing that was pretty cool is, like most of you probably already know, you pretty much have, you have control over the thing with your smartphone, or I also loaded this into my my tablet. But this is just kind of a test. The image that you'd see over there right now is at 1080, and it's shooting at 30 frames a second, which was the default setting, and it goes up to 60 in this particular 1080. But the reason I picked this this particular 1080 is it's the only one that allowed, not the only one, there's two 1080 settings, and this setting allowed you to go super wide, medium, or narrow, and this is a narrow. One of the things about the older cameras that I never liked is all you get is that fisheye view. Like here, I'll give you a, there. That's the super wide or wide view, kind of typical of the older style ones. But boy, that sure opens it up. You could see Ms. Bomi coming down the stairs right there, and you can actually see the doorway into what I would like to turn into the walk-in gun vault someday, and that's pretty impressive. Actually, I guess you can't probably see it. I think there's a box sitting right here that's blocking the edge of the camera. Well, maybe not. You can actually see the doorway. Motion sensor for the alarm system. So I just wanted to run a test run. I've never used one of these before. Last night, obviously, I finally got to use it. My lovely daughter picked me up the memory card for it, which is the there, back to recording, which is something like 90 megabits per second transfer rate. I kind of wanted to get a bigger card. It's a 32 gig, and officially now, her boyfriend pointed out that it would take, I think he figured it was probably 3 of these batteries to fill that card. So be better off getting more batteries and more cards, which I'll probably have something hopefully set up for the shoot next year. But she also picked me up the tripod mount, which I was not able to use, and she picked up a GoPro headband. And that kit also came with one that you can stick on a brim of a hat, baseball cap or something. But that was kind of cool. So back to it. Let's let that one run so we can see what the file transfer is like. And we are looking at Old Forge Brewing Company's Resolution Rye Stout. 6.8% by volume. And I'm not exactly sure what to think about this, because Paul was like, why in the hell did I send you that one? Well, let's hope it's good. If not, it'll be the last shitty brew review of 2013. Yes, sirree. You can just not get enough. This is the last time this year I'm putting up with this shit kind of jokes. Well, it's got good carbonation. It's got good carbonation. It is definitely dark. I'm not even sure I even see a hint of light through there. Got a finger of head, and it's pillowy. There's actually like foam island forming right in the center. Yeah, the technology and the Wi-Fi thing. I don't know. It has a because the camera itself is creating its own network, which you do a search for and can find. Kind of leaves all sorts of possibilities for what you could do with a camera about that big, doesn't it? As a side note to that, just because it was one of the last things I heard as I was pulling in today, the Catholic diocese in just my area, not like the state of Minnesota or even the surrounding tri-states or something like that, just in my area, the list of Catholic priests that are accused of sexual assault is 21. I don't really want to get into a big debate when it comes to religion, but God never intended man to be alone, and couldn't be more evident. I know I'd never become a priest, and if I was, whatever, Chuck. Okay. Well, I can tell you one thing, Paul. This smells awesome. It has a really nice, almost like a smell you'd expect if you walked into some place that was roasting, almost like roasting nuts or something. Yeah, more material for Heffy and one to Birdman. It's the last time this year I'm putting up with your shit. That goes for you too, Nick. What are you looking at? Okay. No, kind of roasted malts and smoke. Oh. Now you need the smell of this one and the taste. Well, we don't know how this tastes, so let's just get to it. But this is, this smells. Honestly, this smells awesome. So here we go. Hang on. Boy, there's a lot to instantly decipher. The smoke is definitely in there. A lot of deep roasted malts in there. I know it's a terrible analogy, but to an extreme, that roasted smoke flavor, if it was taken like all the way to the edge of possibility, it'd be like you just got done gnawing on a chunk of wood out of your fire pit. but this is still on the good side. Maybe a little toffee in the background. Are you sure we were talking about this beer when you said, "Why did I send that to you?" This is pretty good. If I was to say, well, let's not get carried away. All of a sudden, just kidding. Things I don't really care about it. For a deep dark stout, it's not real. Even though it gets that creamy appearance, it doesn't really drink thick. It doesn't have a thick mouthfeel. And that I suppose it's also a, the rye part of it, but the smoke, which I could see as something where you're like, hey, this is kind of unique. This isn't all that bad. If you were to drink like a whole bunch of these, I'd think that would be the thing that would be at the top of your list that you'd say, if you could just take back that down just a little bit. And that there's a earthiness in there, but those roasted malts and that smokiness. I mean, if I was looking for something, I wanted to, give someone a beer that, had this characteristic or that characteristic, and I was looking for something that had a definite smoke. I mean, there's no imagination needed to find that in here. Some of you guys are like, I don't know how you get all that. It just seems like it just tasted like beer to me. I think you'd notice that. That those deep, earthy, roasted malts, and kind of like not quite the last thing that it leaves you with, but right there towards the end is that definite. I mean, you kind of get the smoke all the way through, but pretty much one of the first things you notice. But as you just sit and digest it, no pun intended, but what's left behind is just some of those roasted malts and a little bit of smoke, and then you're like trying to figure out what the sweetness is. Caramel, I'm not sure. Toffee, maybe. Like usual, I'm thinking I didn't set aside something for tomorrow. Tomorrow, though, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I was given it's kind of a touchy subject. The friend that I've been helping right now just recently lost his wife of a long damn time. Unnecessarily, somewhat. I think our medical, where Obama land is going, I think is going to make situations like what they went through even worse. Another story for some other day. But long story short is, he pretty much just has the motivation to work. Build. The kids are. Daughter's growing up, moved out, lost his wife, so work. And I was just like, I'm not giving you a hand tomorrow. Well, why not? Like, well, you pretty much don't want to be a jerk, but like anything that you could possibly gain tomorrow wouldn't replace spending time with family. I'm gonna spend the day with Miss Bomey, and maybe Samantha. I'm not sure if she's working or not. Are they open on a... Is Best Buy open on a holiday like that? I know they're still on their holiday hours. She closed last night. I think she got... Well, I went to bed... I think she got home at 12:30, and at 5:15 this morning, when, you know, everybody's fighting over the one damn bathroom, her door opens. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. And instead of fighting with Ms. Bomey for the bathroom, I gotta fight with Ms. Bomey and her. She goes, all I need is 10 minutes. I'm like, you got 9. So, she's home. Everybody's home except for the beer bitch. So, we're doing Chinese and a movie tonight. And I might even still be up at the change of the new year, since I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I'm gonna try to make that happen. E-scale. Oh, and this one goes out to you, Ray. My Wild are playing his blues, and I don't think they stand a chance. The Blues are pretty much at the top of their game, and we haven't been playing all that well, especially since we lost Parisi to a mysterious lower body injury. Still haven't heard what the hell it is, but he's been out, and they don't even know when he's coming back, and they haven't really done well since he's gone. You know, that honestly, I would get that again. Just for the exact same reasons that I said a moment ago. I think on the E scale, I'd probably give this an 8, mainly because some of the things that are a little overkill on power, like the smoke, they could tone that down a little bit. And it's a stout. I'd like to thicken it up. I'm sure Heffy could arrange something after looking at pictures of Nick and Wanda Birdman. Okay. We get multiple graphics. So, Old Forge Brewing Company, Resolution Rye Stout. Worth a try, but they could easily pick that up. You know what we should take a look at is something that Jerry sent me, but then I'd have to walk all the way over there, and I don't want to put you guys through that. So I guess we're looking at something else that Paul sent. And you know what? Tomorrow's going to be a day off from the world. Might even do this kind of early. Let's take a look at Hellraiser IPA. No one, never even heard of this. Duclaw Brewing. Ask Shelby about that. 7.5%. Is this another one out of PA? Drink responsibly. Well, yeah. I'm not seeing any information on here. Yeah. If it is, it's way too small for me to see. We'll figure it out. Oh, wait a second. No, it's not. Baltimore. So, let's do that tomorrow. Maybe I can even do an early one as far as politics go. I don't really. You know, I was coating a whole bunch of doors for him. I was working out in his garage. I had one of those 125,000 BTUs heaters fired up. I was by myself. I brought my stereo and plugged my phone in, and I just listened to loud music. Five Finger Death Punch, you know, Bull Beat, Disturbed, you know, stuff like that. So I didn't even try with the politics today. Most of everybody is, you know, taking a break anyway. You know, just Obama, you know, he's busy signing executive orders through. Yeah, Second Amendment, fuck you. Yep, screw the Constitution. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wipe my ass with it because I am King Obama. That's what he thinks he is. And personally, what needs to happen is what happened in the past to the kings. Off with the head. So, you guys have a awesome New Year. If, of course, it'll be too late probably by the time I get this uploaded. So, hopefully you're doing it responsibly. I am not going anywhere, and if I was, that's why I have a daughter that's old enough to drive to cater my ass around. So, okay guys, like I said, you get a chance to give this a try, and you're looking for something with a lot of good malty flavors, and let's find out how this turns out. I see right now we're at 17 minutes and 58, 59, 18 minutes. So we're not in record territory. Hopefully I'll be able to mingle some of this stuff in just to see how it looks. So we will see you guys tomorrow. And Happy New Year, everybody. And yeah, it's going to be at least a year till we meet here again.